nothing more. I pulled out my cell phone and called the ranch. The sprawling desert oasis had belonged to Alan Caldwell, our previous alpha, and through a trust we were able to keep the property for our pack. "Hello?" Naomi answered. "Hey, it's Asher. You better lock things down over there." I scanned the gathering darkness for any movement. "We've got another jaguar shifter in town." 2 nights until the new moon. Then the jaguar shifters would become deadly 4-legged hunters, with night vision far better than mine. I needed to get them out of our territory. Now. "Again?" She cursed under her breath. "I'll call the others and warn them." She paused, her tone softening. "Be careful out there." "I will. Keep those little ones safe." I ended the call and stuffed my cell back in my pocket, ignoring the warmth that spread through me at the sound of her voice. There were more pressing issues to focus on than the effect this woman had on me. A year ago, lethal jaguar shifters never would have wandered into Sedona. Hell, less than 2 years ago, I hadn't even known shifters existed. But I'd learned plenty since then. Traditionally, a werewolf pack was like a big family. The shifter gene was carried on the Y chromosome of the males and passed on to their twin sons. Every man born a werewolf had a twin brother. But 2 years ago, the former alpha of the Sedona Pack, Alan Caldwell, had been eager to grow the ranks rapidly, and he made his own fucked-up traditions. Alan had chosen strong men and women without family ties nearby, and then he'd assigned pack members to attack humans during the full moon. Each month, 1 or 2 humans were bitten, humans like me, and were changed into werewolves. Then he'd lock us up until he could be certain of our loyalty. His mental torture and physical threats had broken most of the newly bitten wolves, but the strongest of us survived. I was never loyal to him, but I did my best to hide it, waiting for an opportunity to escape. But I couldn't leave the others behind. So when Luke Reynolds came to town whispering about a rebellion, I had been the first in line. Taking down Caldwell hadn't been easy. We lost too many in the battle. But once the sick bastard was dead, we were free of his sadistic torture and fear. Free, but floundering. Maybe the jaguars could sense it. Even though werewolves were stronger and faster with heightened senses, humans still outnumbered us. We'd never survive if they ever went on the hunt for shifters. Now it was more important than ever for us to keep our secret. Humans could never discover we existed. But the jaguar shifters tended to forget this, slaughtering humans during the new moon and leaving the rest of us to try to explain the animal attacks. Since Nero's destruction, they also seemed hell-bent on taking over Sedona. After we helped the Reno Pack's Alpha, Adam Sloan, destroy the Nero organization's headquarters in Virginia, the Jaguar assassins, bred and trained to kill, were determined to find a new home. Ours. We were an easier target than the pack up in Reno. Adam was a strong alpha, surrounded by loyal wolves and strong psychics. They were organized and had one another's back no matter what. Attacking them wouldn't go well for any jaguar shifter who ventured into their territory. But here in Sedona, we didn't have an alpha, and without a leader, we didn't even have a pack. Not really. We were just a group of people who survived psychological tortures and imprisonment at the hands of a tyrant. Shared pain and trauma didn't make a pack. There were days I contemplated leaving Sedona for good. The memories of the cruel acts Caldwell had forced me to do plagued me. I should have resisted or fought back sooner, but I hadn't. The shame haunted me, and the idea of a fresh start tempted me to run. I had a cousin out in California. No one would miss me.